So to add on from me loving to learn, I'm also a very multipotential person, and I believe that you can be multipotential in your career. I always love to hear the stories of people in the past who've always maneuvered through. And a good example is the movie of Forrest Gump, right? Sorry, I don't know why that blanked out of my head. It's not realistic, but just seeing Forrest Gump go through so many stages of his life, like he's in the military, and then he's running across the country, and then he farms shrimp, and he starts a whole restaurant. And what else does he do? He does so much things. And I need to find the list of like the various things he does. Let's see. Forrest Gump all jobs. So he's a soldier. Oh yeah, and he was a table tennis player, and then becomes a shrimp boat captain, a runner. And then he's doing a lot of things. And there's so many people I've seen too who goes various. Okay, I just thought of another example. It's a very vague example, right? Because I'm Vietnamese. So the first thing I thought of was Ho Chi Minh. I had to do a whole assignment on Ho Chi Minh and his history. And like low-key, his history was kind of crazy too. Like I think he traveled to France and became a chef, and then he became a teacher. And then he was like, nah, let me start a revolution in Vietnam. So basically people like that who they master one thing and then they go to the next. Like, you don't need to be one thing. I forgot. There's like a story of like some other guy who was like, okay, I want to get good at chess. So he spends like the next few years only focusing on chess, and he gets good. And he's like, okay, I want to do something else. I think it's possible. A lot of people, I feel like society ingrains the fact that you pick a career, you pick a major, and you're stuck with it. And I think that is false. Obviously, for the sake of having society, the economy, and everything have the cycle of life, right? Like, especially for like the higher ups, they want to put this propaganda that you have to stick to one career, so that workers don't just quit and go for another career, right? If you're a factory worker, they want you to because if you think about this, right, schools are built on top of trying to get kids into factories. That's how it was back then. And one big thing is that, you're gonna be a factory worker for the rest of your life, and they will want to ingrain that in your head so you don't just quit and move around, because that will be most beneficial to the higher ups. So if you break out of that and think, I can do whatever, I have free will, then they'll be like, oh shoot, that's not good. So for the most part, they want you to think that you're stuck with one thing, but I believe you don't. You can do whatever. So be free. And that's why I'm a very multipotential person. Every time someone asks, what's your plans? I'm like, yeah, maybe I'll do some computer science stuff for a few years, and who knows where I'll be. Because I do want to get through all the sectors of I want to do computer science for a few years. I want to try to be a musician for a few years. Maybe later in life, I want to also teach philosophy. And then who knows what other hobbies I'll develop within the goals I have currently. So you see, I want to go all over, or it could all happen at once too, like I'm doing, right? I'm doing all three at once, which is fine. It doesn't have to be one to the other, but I do think maybe if I focus on one, I would get better at it. Computer science, the past 2 years, I've basically hammered it down, just going academically, computer science. Now this whole next year will be all philosophy classes, so I guess that's my way of doing only philosophy. I'm not sure how I could focus on music. I might just have to take a gap year or something and do hammer on that. So yeah, but enjoy life, do whatever, go around. I think life, the lore, you imagine the dad lore, the grandpa lore, is gonna be so much more interesting when you say, yeah, I went from this to that. Yeah, I was on the military, and then I went shrimping. Dude, the Forrest Gump lore is insane. And the people who do so much more things, enjoy life more and have more insane lore. Because let's be honest, despite what you pick, it will get boring eventually. So, and I know for the sake of keeping society, keeping the system going, you gotta stay in one place. So that, but me personally, I think I'm multipotential. I can't do that. So yeah, that's about it. See ya.